Marion Jones, Quest for Gold by John Jay. Page 3. The Boast. Everyone knew the boast. Marion Jones said that she would win 5 gold medals at the 2000 Olympic Games in Sydney, Australia. Jones's statement had not started out as a boast. She had first said modestly that she hoped to qualify for 5 track and field events. But as the story was retold, it grew. Finally, Marion Jones decided to embrace the challenge. She vowed to win 5 gold medals. She believed in her heart that she could. Page 4. So far, 2 people, both men, had won 4 gold medals in a single Olympics: track legends Jesse Owens and Carl Lewis. Jones's inspiration, Florence Griffith Joyner, had won 3 gold medals. Could Jones do better than all of these track stars? To win 5 medals, Jones would have to train hard. She could not let anything stop her. Page 5. Getting to the Olympics. Jones had qualified as an alternate for the Olympics in 1992, but she had turned down that opportunity. She was only a 16-year-old high school student at the time. She thought that she would not get to run in the final race of the 4x100 relay. In this race, 4 team members run in sequence for 100 meters carrying a baton, each passing off the baton to the next runner. Jones figured that the spots in the relay final would go to the veteran runners and that she would be left sitting on the bench. If she had gone in 1992, Jones probably would have run in at least one of the qualifying rounds. This meant that she would have come home with a gold medal for being part of the U.S. team, because the U.S. women did not win the 4x100 relay final. But Jones wanted to earn a gold medal by actually competing and winning in a final race. Page 6. So Jones prepared for the 2000 Olympics. In 1998, she competed in the finals of 36 running events and won 35. Her one loss in the long jump discouraged her. It made Jones examine what she was doing wrong. She felt that her jump was good. She knew her speed was good. What needed work, she concluded, was her approach to the board, the takeoff point for a long jump. So work she did. She trained tirelessly and made corrections to her technique. Jones's effort paid off when, in the 2000 Olympic trials, she won the long jump. She knew then that she was officially headed for the Olympics. By this time, Jones was 24 years old and an accomplished athlete. People called her Hard Nails because of her drive. Jones wanted to prove that her vow to win Olympic gold was no idle boast. Page 7. Sydney, Australia, Olympic Games 2000. When Marion Jones was 8 years old, she had been lucky enough to attend the opening ceremonies of the 1984 Olympic Games in her hometown, Los Angeles, California. After returning home that day, she went into her room, erased homework assignments from her chalkboard, and wrote, "I will be an Olympic champion." Page 8. Now, at 24, Marion Jones was living her dream, not watching from the stands. In the opening ceremony of the Sydney Olympics, she walked proudly with athletes from around the globe. She was an Olympian. Page 9. Newspaper and television reporters focused on Jones. They kept asking her about the 5 gold medals. What if she won fewer than 5? Would that mean to her that she had failed? Jones had a charismatic personality. She was extremely popular with reporters, and she attracted the attention of well-known sponsors. Would all this media attention prevent her from focusing on the Olympic competition? Page 10. Olympic Games, September 23, 2000. Finally, the first day of Olympic track and field events arrived. Marion Jones was about to run her strongest event, the 100-meter dash. Most people expected her to win this event. She hadn't lost this race in 2 years. Still, she had trained hard for the race. The 100-meter dash is a sprint. It is over in seconds. Runners' finishing times are separated by only hundredths of a second. Jones and her competitors crouched into position at the starting line. The starting gun fired. Jones flew down the course. She won in 10.75 seconds. Jones had won her first gold medal. Page 12. Olympic Games, September 28, 2000. This day would test Jones's endurance. First, she had to qualify for the final in the 200-meter dash. Then she had to run the final race. After that, she had to qualify for the final in the long jump. Jones's hard work paid off. She won the 200-meter dash and her second gold medal. Next, she concentrated on her toughest event, the long jump. Later that same day, Jones qualified for the long jump final. The final was to be held the next day. Page 13. Olympic Games, September 29, 2000. All eyes were on Jones as she warmed up for the long jump final. The long jump was her weakest event. She had gained the speed she needed, and she had cleaned up her technique, but had she overcome her weaknesses? Jones made 6 attempts. She fouled on 4 of them, meaning that those jumps didn't count. Her longest jump, over 22 feet, was not good enough. 2 other competitors had jumped further. Jones had to settle for the bronze medal. Marion Jones's quest for 5 gold medals was over. The best she could hope for now was to win 4 golds and a bronze. Jones was disappointed, but she showered her dignity by graciously honoring the winner of the gold, Heek Dreschler, a veteran jumper from Germany. I can tell my grandkids and 30 years that I competed against one of the best long jumpers ever, Jones said. Page 14. Olympic Games, September 30, 2000. Marion Jones's last 2 races fell on the same day, only hours apart. The first race was the 4x100 relay. 2 of the top U.S. runners had been hurt during their training for the Olympics, and they couldn't race. Yet the 4 women who were chosen to run for the United States had practiced together for only 2 days. Jones was one of them, and she would be running the 3rd leg of the race. She was fast, but was she fast enough to ensure that the team won gold? The race began. The first 2 runners fumbled when they handed off the baton to the next runner. This slowed down the team's time. Jones pushed her hardest. She sped past the competition. Her team was now in 3rd place, but they could not make it to 1st. Jones had to settle for a bronze medal again. Page 15. 2 hours later, Jones was set for her final race. It was the 4x400 relay, in which each team member would run for 400 meters. Jones was to run anchor, which meant that she was the last of the 4 women on her team to run the race. But she had never practiced with this team. In this event, like the 4x100 relay earlier that day, she learned only shortly, before the Olympics began, that she would replace an injured runner. The race got off to a promising start. Strong runs by her teammates brought Jones in sight of the gold medal. After a flawless handoff of the baton by the 3rd runner, Jones ran the race of her life. She didn't want to let her teammates down. With a time of 49.4 seconds for her lap, her team cruised into victory. Jones had won her 3rd gold medal. Page 16. The next step. Marion Jones left the 2000 Olympics with 3 gold medals and 2 bronze medals. They weren't the 5 gold medals she had vowed to win, but Jones had become the first woman ever to win 5 track and field medals in a single Olympics. What does the future hold for this Olympic star? The world will have to wait and see how many medals Jones may win and what color they may be.